Stitchy friends, this is Flosstube number 8. My name is Jessica and this is channel is about cross stitch. So I do have a winner announcement from a lost Flosstube for this bag, and there were 3 people who entered, and I'm gonna put the name on the screen. Janet Cross Stitch, congratulations, you are the winner of this bag. Please look down below in the box. There is my email. Email me your address so I can mail it to you. Okay, so previous Flosstube, there was a winner that never reached out to me. So please, I'm gonna go ahead and do last shout out, and this was for this chart, and the winner was Crystal Hilltop Stitching. I'll have it on the screen. Okay, now we're done with that. We can go ahead and move on to our regular Flosstube. Okay, so I have for you actually 4 fully finishes and some progresses. We're gonna start with this little pillow that I designed when we came from Missouri, and I finished it. So this pattern I was giving away in the previous Flosstube. Now it's going to be on my Ko-Fi, and it's going to be linked down below. This particular house, there is a different thread here. I'm going to mention it because the kind of cross stitch program I use, they don't have variegated thread there. So that's pretty much the only change I did in the door. It's going to be all updated in the chart. All right, and another finish I did, I joined the Forest Embroidery, Owl Forest Embroidery, and they had this huge sale. It's called 12 months, and I didn't realize how much those stitch alongs take. They do take a lot of time, guys. So this is 12 months, and each month is like 3,700 stitches or more, because I loaded into my iPad. I was using Cross Stitch Saga app, and it tells you how much, and I was just stitching and stitching away on it. I'm like, oh, so much. So this is a February finish, and I had to do a little bit of changing with the word, because I think I missed like 1 inch. And this is 18 count Ada that I hand dyed, because I don't usually stitch on Ada, but I wanted comfortable stitching, and 18 count looks nice, so this was gonna shrink it, you know, and would look nice. So I finished it with a chenille trim. This is a glue-on. I'm gonna have a tutorial on this. So in about a week, I'm gonna have a video, short video, how I finish like this without the hole. Remember, this is not Halloween. Maybe for Halloween it would be actually fun to do like a Frankenstein, like a kind of stitch hair. Would be so cool. But this is a winter finish. I'm glad I finished it. So this is 100% cotton I use from Joann's, and this right here was all called for by Forest Embroidery. This was a DMC. They had 2 types of called for. They had their Encore or Anchor threads, and they had DMC. So I picked, of course, DMC because I don't know where to buy those Anchor threads, and I heard they're not as nice as DMC. Okay, next, should I go with a finish or okay? Let's see. Another stitch along that I joined was Fox and Rabbit. I think it's called Cloyter Garden. So it's like Buxton Garden, basically. That's what it is. And I'm doing this on 28 count Lugana that I hand dyed in tea and coffee. And I'm using the DMC threads So in this corners, I used just the regular DMC that I picked myself, and the borders have like this special DMC, variegated DMC. This was they're like not one color but more expensive DMC. I think they're like usually $1.50 at Michael's. And right here was also that type of DMC. And I think that variegation was beautiful. So this is March. March was a lot. I have not stitched April. April is going to be in these little corners. And then I'm going to be done with that part. But this thing, I think this was like half a yard. This thing is like huge. You see that? Yeah, and that was a lot of stitching. I got like kind of not tired, but yeah, too much stitching. I got bored, more like bored, not tired to stitch the same thing, because I like to stitch more like characters and stuff, like forest embroidery. It has like scenes and stuff, just instead of something flowers. Okay, this right here, everyone probably knows what this is. This is Victoria Sampler, and I have 3 months here. I'm stitching this on 32 count linen, and I think it's Belfast it's called. It's pearl gray. So this was January petal, February petal, and March. This is supposed to be on my like I'm gonna put on the screen what that flower is called. Kind of forgot. Yeah. Okay, this right here is actually was this right here. This was a DMC kit that I got at Joann's once they first announcement that they're going out on bankruptcy and people start hoarding all this stuff. So right here I saw like the landscape of the Arizona when we were driving from Arizona to California, and it's like a girly vibe here. There's just some boots, there is a pink sun, and I've been stitching on this. So the kit contained like the gray 14 count Aida, and 14 count Aida, if it's not the hand dyed, like it looks bigger, and I really don't like to stitch on that big of an Aida. If it would be hand dyed, maybe I would stitch it, maybe 16 count. So I've been stitching on it since last time I showed this. I have added the sky and the mountains and the, well, it's actually the pink sun. Yeah. And this right here is a 28 count Eva Ebelhor. This is like German manufacturer, and I bought it on Etsy from Lithuania. They have all kinds of different fabrics, and I did want to try this because I noticed a lot of girls from Eastern Europe, like Ukraine and Russia, and even Germany, like they have all this Eva Ebelhor. And Ebelhor is that's how you pronounce it. I watched this one girl, she's from Germany, and she says that's the right way of pronouncing it. I hope I say it right. Yeah, and I think this was either a red color or some kind of beige color, and I absolutely love it. This is 50% linen, the fabric, and 50% something else. You do need tight cute snaps to open up the holes because kind of hard to see on this. It's a lot easier to stitch on linen than on this Eva Ebelhar. All right. And next for Easter, I did this pattern by Brenda Gervais with Stay Needle and Thread. It's called Easter Hoopla, and I finished it into cute ornament. So there we have it. I did my own DMC conversion, so those colors of DMC, I picked it, and the green is the over dyed that I did it myself, but maybe I should have picked a little bit lighter color of this watering can because that green almost blends in. And I have this little tassel here, and I made it, I sewed on in a way that it's actually has some movement. This right here is actually glued on, and I have a tutorial how to glue this on nice way with the folk eggs ornaments. I showed it. It's a Flosstube extra. It's already on my channel. I think it's been like 2 weeks since I posted or more. Yep. And right here I show how to do all that except this right here. This, all you have to do is use invisible thread to, after you did all that, to glue it on and sew it on. So I think this is a new way that I'm liking it, because I'm gonna put this right here on like on a door of my chest. I have this antique chest from 1947, and I think it would look nice there. Yeah. Okay, next I have 2 more FFOs that I did. They're not mine. My daughter stitched them. I didn't stitch them. I just finished them. First one, so we bought the kits for her last year, I think. She stitched it maybe a year and a half ago, and they've been laying around. I was thinking I was gonna finish it into the pillow, and then I'm like, hey, it's gonna be a great idea of finishing this into this new ornament. So this was a little kits. I think they were artsy or something they call, and I finished it basically the same way. She kind of told me that she wished it would have been pink, and I was going for more lighter color, but this is actually painted on. So if you guys want a tutorial how I do this, I can make a tutorial how to paint this. So this cording right here is like box cording that you use for keychains and stuff. And again, I use this cute little tassel. And I'm gonna have display this in her room because these are her finishes and I want her to enjoy it. Her stitching is not like the best, but you see kind of lines going this way and this way. She was just this Ada right here, it's kind of like very soft, and you know, she had a hard time stitching on it. She didn't enjoy stitching on this soft Ada, but I made it look nice. And if you look at my last Flosstube, I showed you how they looked before. You would be horrified how they looked before, but now it's beautiful. All right, and I have one more finish for you. This also is finished the same way, and I love it. So I painted on this, and I made this mottling. Like, this is literally not dyed but painted on, and it has this cute watermelon. I had hard time matching the fabric. This color right here is a sage color, it's not gray, and this watermelon's at the end is kind of sage and pink. It all goes together. And this is like a forest green tassel, because this is like a forest green leaves up here, and it matches with the other one, so I think they look cute together. All right, and another thing what I have to share with you guys, like, I've been having inspirations like to design this type of pillows, right? This says and I just had another inspiration come. I was driving along the coast right here on PCH near my house, and I was seeing all these beautiful California poppies blooming and other flowers, and I was just taken by its beauty, and it dawned on me, live in the moment. And in that moment, I like really understood what it is like to live in the moment and smell, you know, like they say, smell all the flowers along the way. Yeah. So I designed another pattern, but I'm not gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show you. I'm getting ready to stitch it. It's gonna be stitched in the next Flosstube, and it's gonna be on my Ko-Fi. Um, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like, the materials that I picked. So the pattern is gonna be a small pillow. Hold on. It's gonna be skinny pillow. So this is, I hand dyed. This is Lugana, and for this you can pick just vintage country mocha, I think, or any kind of light beige would work. This is the colors I picked. Oops, hold on, sorry. So we have a two blues. That's for the waves, and the rest I'm not gonna give it away. But we only have 6 colors. This was my intention to design such a simple thing, that it's gonna be very easy to stitch and fast and inspirational. Yeah. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and click the bell for notification, because your comments help my channel grow, and that inspires me to create more. Thank you. Until next time. Bye.